I am just in a different season where I am asking myself different questions. I'm a woman that is of a certain age, and I'm just okay that I'm taking inventory of my life. And so, one of the questions I've been asking myself lately is, can I actually afford the life that I'm trying to live? And what I mean is that just because the money is coming in, it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be living the lifestyle that I'm actually living. And so there's this old version of me where I would think about, how I was building, what I was building. I think I shared in a couple videos ago before how I have owned homes, I have sold homes, I have traveled the world, I have made good money, I have lost a lot of things. And I'm just at a certain point in my life where I'm just slowing down and I'm asking myself the question, can I actually afford the life that I am trying to live? Because this old lifestyle of mine of, having the house, having the yard, having the fence, taking the family vacations and, buying the clothes and being available to help everybody. And all those things were great. I mean, I had great experiences. I'm not sad about any of them. I'm just pointing out to this one other woman that I'm slowing down and I'm taking inventory of my life. And a part of that is me asking the question, am I actually living a life that I can afford? Am I building a life that I can actually afford? And so, what I've discovered along the way is that sometimes we are funding our identity. Let me say that again. Sometimes we are funding our identity instead of funding a lifestyle. And so, if you go back and you watch some of the other videos, you'll see that I talk about these slow mornings and I talk about going to the farmer's market and I talk about, finding these different hobbies. And none of those things were necessarily on my list earlier today, but I had to be honest with myself and I had to discover or even just sit down and just, map out what is the difference between what I want and what I'm actually comfortable in sustaining. Because most of us can acquire a lot of things. The question is, can you acquire the things and then keep them? And then if keeping them is also costing you your peace, then is it really worth something that you're getting? Because right now you can't put a price on my peace. So yes, I'm asking the question, am I building a life that I actually can afford? And peace is a part of that. So the shift that I'm making right now is that I'm not interested in looking like I have it all together. I'm simply protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace at all costs. And so, yes, I have donation bags in my garage right now. Yes, I've been talking about wanting to dress like Steve Jobs with a uniform and wear a black shirt and a pair of jeans. And I'm listening to the book again for the second or third time, Ruthless Elimination of Hurry and Essentialism by Greg McKeon, something like that. But the book is called Essentialism. What am I saying? I'm slowing down. I'm taking inventory of my life and I'm considering, am I building a life that I actually love? Am I building a life that is sustainable? Or am I trying to keep up with whatever my old version was? And so when I think about what affordability actually means to me, it means I can pay without resentment. It means that I can go shopping and not come home and then feel guilty. It means that I can actually enjoy the things that I purchased and not feel like I took it away from something that was more important. It will be the saying that we hear people say, I don't have to rob Paul to pay Peter. And yeah, where did we get that from? Robbing Paul to pay Peter. I can leave room for the unexpected. I will have margin. I can breathe and I can still enjoy travel. And I can still enjoy, going to have a coffee and I can still enjoy the things. I'm just saying, I'm taking a moment. Why am I getting so excited? I'm just taking a moment because I'm trying to build a life that is sustainable and a life that I actually love. There was this uncomfortable part of me that I had to actually admit, and it was that the lifestyle that maybe I was still trying to live, it actually no longer fits me. To be quite honest, yes, I can open my closet and I can see designer stuff, but I can also see stuff that come from, I'll just say some stores that maybe some of y'all not shopping in right now. So I'm not going to say that name. But anyway, they're clothes. I think I said in the last video, there's 7 days in a week and you got like 10 pair of black pants. There's only 7 days in a week. I just left a group of people and we're talking about what we're wearing tomorrow for this particular event. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about what I need to wear. And again, I'm not suggesting that we should not go shopping. That's not what I'm saying. I am just simply saying that, again, for the other woman that's on the other side of this camera that is looking at herself in the mirror, that is sitting in her car waiting for her kids to get in the car from soccer or whatever, wherever they at. Wherever you are, sis, and you listening to this, you're not alone. I know you have reached a point in your life where you just like, I just don't feel like making a whole bunch of decisions that really don't matter. And sometimes we're building a life that's actually not sustainable. And so, again, I want to tell you that because you are taking inventory around your life and reconsidering what really matters, what brings you joy, what keeps your peace, it doesn't mean that you failed in any kind of way. It just means that you are simply paying attention. At least that's what I'm doing right now. And so when I think about some of the lessons that I'm learning, even surrounding like this comparison game, my God, I don't know what other people's incomes are. I don't know what they had to do to sacrifice to have the kind of car that they're driving or to live in the neighborhood that they're living in. I don't know if they robbing Paul to pay Peter. I mean, I could remember back in the day, people used to take these trips and they didn't pay their rent. I'm not that girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking to the left or the right trying to figure out how people are acquiring things because you don't know what it took for them to get the things. And guess what? It ain't none of my business. I'm not responsible for them. So I'm choosing less proving and more peace. I'm choosing to not keep up, but only keeping up to the things that actually matter to me. I am choosing that if I want it, I will budget for it. If it's something that I want to experience, I will experience it, but it won't be at the cost of my peace. I will not be impulsive because I could remember, oh God, I'm going to tell myself, I could remember the day where if I was going to an event or going to a party or even going to church, I wanted a brand new outfit. Where we doing that at? I mean, maybe we can keep doing that. I'm just saying for me, that season is over for me. It's over for me because I'm building a life that's sustainable and I just don't need all the things. That's just for me. It may be just for one other woman. I don't know. Y'all don't put that in the chat and start judging me. I am not having a midlife crisis. I'm having a midlife awakening. You need to go back and you need to go watch that video because here's the thing. I would rather have more experiences than have a bunch of stuff. I mean, I am currently living alone. And here it is. I wake up in the morning and I go in the kitchen, I grab the same glass. It's not because I don't have at least 40 or 50 of them in the cabinet because I do. But it's just me here. I got coffee mugs more than I can drink out of. It is just me. Now, I guess when I have people come over, yes, I have silverware for you. Yes, I have. But I'm just saying, I don't need a bunch of stuff. That's just for me. Y'all don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm just making more room for me to be able to breathe. And here it is. I don't think building an affordable life means I'm building a small life. It means I'm building a life that is actually honest. It is the state of where I'm at. It's the status of where I'm at. So yes, I can still travel. I told you, go back and watch the video. I'm planning a birthday trip. I have a ticket that I didn't use in January because the storm out in Dallas was wild and if I don't use that ticket, I'm going to lose it. We're not losing that ticket. So we're getting on a plane to go somewhere in November and I'm really excited about that. I still enjoy nice things. Don't mishear what I'm not saying. I'm just saying I'm building a life that is sustainable. I can still dress well. I can still go to brunch. I can still take the trip. I can still buy the coffee. I can still live an absolutely beautiful life. And I am. You want to know why? Because it's my life and I am being honest about where I'm at. So if I bring it back to who I am, I'm a woman that I done got excited. Why did I get so excited? I'm a woman that is 53 and God will, I will be 54. And at this stage of my life, I don't want to spend the next decade paying for decisions that I made trying to impress people that ain't paying me no attention. They not even paying attention to me. And I'm around here spending money trying to do or be or look or whatever, and they not even paying attention. I am a woman that is of a certain age, and there is something beautiful about becoming honest about what I really need. And I just need to have clothes that are clean. Because even when I was listening to the book Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, when he was talking about having 6 outfits a season, and then he said he got down to 3 outfits a season and how he was wearing the same sweatshirt on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my first thought was it clean? Because as long as the clothes are clean, I'm going to wear them. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to be putting on a pair of pants that I know I have worn probably at least 3 times in the last week, but I wash clothes every other day. Okay, all right, let me come back. Here it is. I'm not trying to build the most impressive life that I can afford. I'm trying to build the most peaceful life that I can sustain. And honestly, I'm talking to you, sis. I think that might be one of the most grown up decisions that I have made in a really, really, really long time. And I'm gonna get off this camera and I'm gonna eat my dinner and I'm gonna take my shower and I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna sleep with peace. You wanna know why? Because I'm building a beautiful life that I could sustain. Listen, y'all, it's 30 days of Lashay, and I want to encourage you. If you have not been following along, just come back tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm talking about tomorrow, but I've just been paying my life forward for one other woman to help her know, sis, you ain't alone with some of the thoughts that you are having. I want you to know you are not alone. You got one other sister right here. Okay. I'm here for you. So come back tomorrow. 30 days of me. I'm putting myself out there. I'm reevaluating all the things. And right now, I want peace. And a part of me protecting my peace is building a life that is sustainable. I'm not building a life to please other people. Nah, we done with that. All right, come back. Peace.